Hello.
Hi.
I'm Mary. I'm doing the scanning today. Do you want me to sit, please?
Anytime you want to stop scanning, press the button and we stop scanning.
Okay.
We're investigating mental health and risk-taking behaviour in teenagers and the studies going on throughout Europe, also at universities in Ireland and France and Germany. And we're using the fields of genetics, cognitive neuroscience and psychiatry to get a better idea of how the teenage mind works.
The offer of doing something new, like having a brain scan and doing all this kind of psychological tests and stuff, it just interested me.
There's been 2 phases of the study thus far that took place when the subjects were 14 and 16. So now we're in the middle of the phase now that they're 18. So we should be getting access to results in 4 to 6 months in terms of neuroimaging data at least.
Some of the questionnaires, a lot of the questions are about your life and the things you've been through, and it kind of opened up the window that I have had quite a normal life, like there's nothing that's happened to me that has influenced in a bad way.
A lot of mental illnesses actually have their first onset before age 24, and actually half of them before age 14. So it's very important that we are able to identify symptoms early on, as well as risk factors for developing certain mental illnesses. So it's very important that we're catching people between 14 and 18. They might come back when they're 21, so presumably around that time your brain's kind of finished maturing, or at least made more progress in that way, so we might bring them back. While you can still hear me, here are the finger grips, so you're going to hold them like this and press these 2, so here's the right one. One of the extra analyses that we're doing on the scanner, for instance, is the abdominal scan. So that's not something that the IMAGEN study is doing at the other sites. So here we're not just doing a brain scan with a normal brain coil, we're using an abdominal coil that goes around our subject's kind of midsection. And we ask them to do a breath hold for about 18 seconds, and we're measuring visceral fat. There's been previous data that suggests that visceral fat has to do with a decrease in executive functioning, like decision making, working memory, that type of thing in adolescence. So we're looking at replicating those results. So we use an abdominal coil, a head coil as well for the brain scan. We use a tablet to do some neuropsychological tests.
Is it okay? Yes. Okay, great.
I quite like the MRI, I know that sounds really weird, but I do like the MRI scan, and it's kind of a new experience.
I've tested 107 subjects total. I think she's the 108th, but we still have many more to go through, so the study's not even close to being finished. We're still really in the thick of it. So.
Okay, can I ask you to close your eyes? You can open your eyes now.
As soon as we kind of have the big picture of all the results coming in from the genetic analyses, the neuroimaging data, and then the data from the mental health interviews and other things that I do with them, people will start doing analyses and trying to publish some articles right away, so we won't have to wait another 3 years.
The room, what's happening to you shortly, okay? Thank you. Just relax.
Because it's from 14 to 18 is such a big difference, like there's been so much change in my life, and I've kind of seen that with the questionnaires, so it'll be interesting to see how much it's changed further when I'm 21.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, great. You start the scan now.
And you have a picture of your brain.
I do. I have a CD with a picture of my brain on, which was so weird just to watch back, and yeah, I would have never had that opportunity to see my own brain if I hadn't done this.